started with a dare. Nicole, Amanda, and Jason were the best of friends, known for their love of thrills and ghost stories. They had explored every creepy corner of their small town, but nothing had ever scared them quite like the legend of the Headless Man. The legend went back centuries, to a time when the town was nothing more than a collection of wooden shacks huddled against the encroaching forest. The Headless Man was once a woodcutter named Henry, who lived on the outskirts with his family. One day, while chopping wood, he had a terrible accident. His axe slipped, and he was found dead, his head missing. They never found it, and his restless spirit was said to haunt the woods, seeking revenge on anyone who dared to trespass. The trio had heard the story a million times, but on a particularly stormy night, they decided it was time to test the legend themselves. Armed with flashlights and bravado, they made their way to the old woods, laughter masking their growing unease. "Seriously, do you think we'll actually see anything?" Jason asked, trying to sound casual. Amanda shrugged. "I doubt it, but it's the perfect night for a scare." Nicole led the way, her flashlight beam cutting through the darkness. "Well, we're about to find out." The forest seemed to close in around them as they ventured deeper. The wind howled through the trees, and distant thunder rumbled ominously. The old woodcutter's cabin, long abandoned, loomed ahead. Its rotting walls and broken windows gave it an almost skeletal appearance. "Okay, this place is officially creepy," Amanda whispered, her bravado fading. They approached the cabin, its door hanging ajar, creaking with every gust of wind. Inside, the air was thick with the smell of damp wood and decay. Jason stepped forward, shining his light around the room. Cobwebs glistened in the beam, and the floorboards groaned under their weight. "Look at this," Nicole said, pointing to a dusty, old axe leaning against the wall. Could this be his? Jason picked it up, the rusted blade glinting in the light. "Maybe. Let's see if we can find anything else." As they explored, a sudden chill filled the room, and the door slammed shut with a deafening bang. Their flashlights flickered and went out, plunging them into darkness. Panic set in, and they fumbled to turn them back on. "Guys, this isn't funny," Amanda said, her voice trembling. "That wasn't us," Nicole replied, her own fear rising. A soft, eerie whisper echoed through the room, sending shivers down their spines. "Leave, now!" The beam of Jason's flashlight finally cut through the darkness, revealing a shadowy figure in the corner. The figure stepped forward, and they saw it was a man, without a head. Nicole screamed, and they bolted for the door. It wouldn't budge. The Headless Man moved closer, raising the old axe in his hand. "You dare disturb my rest," his voice echoed, though he had no mouth to speak. Desperation took over, and Jason swung his flashlight at the window, shattering it. "This way," he yelled, helping Nicole and Amanda through before climbing out himself. They ran through the woods, not daring to look back, the Headless Man's presence looming behind them. They didn't stop until they reached the edge of the forest, panting and trembling. "Did you see that?" Amanda gasped. "He was real." Nicole nodded, still clutching Jason's arm. "We need to get out of here." As they turned to leave, Nicole felt a cold hand on her shoulder. She spun around, but no one was there. "What was that?" she whispered, fear gripping her heart. "The curse," Jason said, his face pale. "We're marked now. He won't stop until he has us." They fled the forest, but the curse followed. Every night, they heard whispers in their homes, saw shadows moving in the corners of their eyes. The Headless Man was relentless, his vengeance unending. Nicole, Amanda, and Jason knew there was no escape. The legend was true, and the Headless Man would not rest until he claimed their heads as his own. They had disturbed his eternal slumber, and now they were doomed to share his fate.